We are.
And
there
Friday
we are.
Live
It
with
is
SeAnDawn.
not Friday Live.
It's Friday Live.
But it's posted on Friday. SeAnDawn here. All right, Storm King Athletic Club and the Coffee
Athletic
Dogs.
Club, yes.
Lots of stuff to talk about
Lots
today.
to talk about.
So the first thing, so let's go through the lineup for today. We're going to talk a little bit about seasonal weight loss or gains and how LISS training may have an impact. And we're going to talk about what LISS training is here in a second.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's a good conversation. Storm King events that we have coming up here. So we have several events coming up this month.
A lot of fun things.
Featured product in the cafe, which is something new right here. What? This week's challenge winner. Right?
All the names, lots of names in there today.
Lots
too.
of names.
Good job, guys.
And then our featured athletes this week.
Birthdays.
The birthday athletes too. All right, so let's start off with, let's talk about LISS training. LISS, low intensity steady state training. And what is that? And
what does
why,
that mean when we say
why
it?
do we
Yeah.
use that when we talk about, sometimes we incorporate LISS style training into people that are looking to lose weight. But LISS training can be non-intentional, and usually most times it is. But it can cause weight loss and then later on weight gain if you don't account for it. So what is LISS?
LISS, so sometimes people think when we say LISS that it means active recovery. Sometimes there's a little bit of confusion, but that low intensity steady state truly means that your heart rate stays low. And I always tell people conversational. So if you can have a conversation while you're doing said exercise and maintain a conversation without your heart rate spiking and all of a sudden you're talking and you're trying to breathe heavy or whatever, that's no longer considered LISS training. So we incorporate it for lots of different reasons, but often with nutrition, like you were saying, we'll prescribe or assign some LISS training for a member who for different reasons when we're working with them in nutrition, but often we're trying to expend more calories burned in a day without the energy required to go along with that. Meaning, like if you were to do a hard workout rate and burn the same amount of calories, you're going to be hungry, right? So if you're already struggling at a lower calorie count because of our specific goals that we're working towards with a member, it can be a really effective tool to not expend that extra energy for extra exercise. So we'll often use it in between workouts. So maybe you're a 3-day-a-week member and we'll prescribe that on your off days when you're not in here. Or we'll just add some extra in your evening, maybe work out in the morning.
So essentially what that is LISS training is any type of activity that doesn't elevate your heart rate despite your nutrition. Despite your appetite where you want to eat more food. And so really that looks like walking, right? So a lot of people during the summer walk a lot. And why is this important?
Hiking,
and all those things.
biking.
Those are all LISS training, right? If we're not dripping sweat and our heart's not, those are all LISS style training, all good stuff, which is a slow caloric burn.
Right.
And how does that work seasonally? So Dawn and I work
This time of year.
a ton, but our thing that we like to do when we go home is to work in the yard. We tinker and we start pulling weeds and doing
Plants
bark,
and the
and we have a
garden
pretty big yard to take care of, and it's our little thing. Well,
We love it.
What we've noticed is we've been maintaining the same food that we eat. We're not looking to lose any additional weight whatsoever right now, and all of a sudden we've lost 2 to 3 pounds, maybe 4 pounds, not intentionally, not trying to do so. But why did we lose that weight? We didn't increase our calories at all. However, every day we have been doing LISS training in a non-conventional format where you might not think about it training, but it's just activity. And so let's just say
And
that
probably many of you have been.
as you are too. So let's just hypothetically say like that LISS training each day burns an additional 200 or 300 calories. And we're not trying to do this for burning calories unless you're on weight
We're
loss.
just
But
trying to give education.
education on us, right? So let's say it's just 200 or 300 calories at a time that we're out in the yard we burn. Well, over the course of a week, that's, if it's 300
that
calories,
can add
that's
up.
2,100 calories, right? So let's say all of a sudden I increase my calories right now to bring me back up to the weight I was before and maintain that. And I maintain that weight all summer long. What happens when summer ends and we start to go inside a little bit more, and we're not walking as much and all that, if I don't adjust my food back, I'm likely going to see, in fact, I will see a gain of weight, maybe about 5 pounds.
Yep.
Right? So
it can be really helpful to help clients understand the difference in the time of year, especially in our climate where we live, right?
Yep.
In the wintertime, as you all know, our days are really short. So we have that short window of light outside. So typically most people in the summertime, when it's light out till 9 or 10, right, you're going to be out, you're active, you're with your family, you're outside, you're playing with your kids, you're walking, hiking, all of those things. Whereas in the wintertime, that kind of goes away for people unless they're very intentional about it. So it's just good education to know that in different seasons, you know, you might need to adjust your maintenance calories or effectively use LISS training.
When we talk about we don't want people to look at the calories every day. It's only a tool for a point in time. However, it may be at the end of a season when things change drastically. That's the time to sit there and say, okay, let me see where I'm at. Let me come get an in-body scan, see where I'm at again, and what do I need,
set our calories,
and maybe reset our calories. And it's just minor things here, right? I mean, literally to add an extra 200 to 300 calories, that's like 2 cheese sticks a day, right? It's not this massive amount of food. But if you don't do it every day, you're either going to lose weight, or if you don't remove that food after that activity changes, you're going to gain some weight. So that's also
important to note that for the list looks different for every athlete,
How's
right?
that?
Depending on your fitness level. So what is considered list for me might not be for someone like, imagine an endurance athlete who runs massive mileage every day, or an Ironman biker or something. They could probably go jogging at a lower pace and still be conversational. So their lists might look different than mine. If I go for a jog and I'm wheezing, that's no longer lists, right? So you want to stay in that kind of sweet spot. And it's really only 30 minutes, 45 minutes of just that low intensity.
Yeah,
which really
that's all you really need.
Can be an effective
and we know
tool,
that we have, like, we spend a lot of time outside when we can, and just trying to get work done. And that's the important, that's LISS training, and why we see seasonal, sometimes weight loss, and then seasonal weight gains. Weight loss and weight gains, that way, right?
Topic,
Storm King events, we have several coming up here, so
our calendar is starting to, I wouldn't say fill up, but maybe we're starting to be able to have some gatherings, even small gatherings. But so some of the things coming up you want to highlight?
So the first thing we're going to have our Memorial Day Murph. I don't know if this is in the right order, but Memorial Day Murph.
It's the 29th. It's a Saturday. Memorial Day is the 31st.
Memorial Day Murph. And Murphy is a famous CrossFit workout here. Michael Murphy, who's a Lieutenant SEAL. He was a Navy SEAL. He's a lieutenant in the Navy. Who died in action. There was a famous movie written about him told about him before that movie. He was already famous in the CrossFit world, and so every year around Memorial Day, everyone comes together, and we do Murph.
And this happens all across the world.
And we modify it for everyone. We're not even going to tell you what the workout is, because it looks so different for everyone depending on their fitness level.
Right.
Because if I tell you what it is, you're like, there's no way in hell I can do that. And for some people, yes, but other people, we have so many ways.
And you'll start seeing posts for coming up for that.
Which is a misconception. When you see something written here as a workout, like that's what we do, everyone does, right? Yes. That is not the case.
That is an upcoming topic.
That is an upcoming topic.
Yes, for ideas.
Memorial Day Murph, and we're hoping to
remember there's also a team option and partner option there too, so a lot of families will come. This is open to our members' families as well. So you don't have to have a membership here, but invite your kids, invite your spouse, invite your cousin who's there visiting for the holiday or whatever. And we'll set up you guys as a team, and it's a really fun environment.
So, what we're not sure right now, and it depends on interest, is that we want to do waves of it with some sort of food serving at the end. Obviously,
we actually do have that plan now. I just forgot to tell you.
Well, with the pandemic here, we are trying to figure out the best way to manage this, and we usually do a potluck, right? But we still may do a potluck style, but more than likely it's going to be, hey, we're going to have one person serving.
It'll probably be individual things you can just grab.
That way
you don't need utensils.
That way we just don't want a bunch of people reaching, even though we know everyone knows what they're supposed to do here for COVID protocols and all this stuff. They're just trying to be extra careful and have the right appearance in what we're doing here.
Yeah.
The other event coming up is high school graduation. And so what you didn't realize is that last year, maybe you do realize, is that they did a parade.
Drive-by parade,
which was
yeah.
really fun. And all the seniors got to sit. I mean, it was such a tragic year for them where they didn't really have a graduation. Cameron.
It was such a highlight last year that the high school decided to
Yeah.
do it again. It's probably going to be a tradition, so it was really fun.
Cameron, one of our kids, had to do that at that time last year.
And
it was the first
Delaney,
time. And Delaney, yeah.
as well.
And we had a big event going outside. Well, we had three, all ladies, three Strong King members, graduating seniors
Yes.
that work out here. And we're going to have a little celebration for them on the
Stay
parade
tuned
route
for details
as they
on
come
that.
through there.
Yes.
And that's coming up. The other thing in the cafe.
That's June 11th, by the way.
June 11th. Okay, and then on sometime.
We don't have the date yet.
Sometime, I think it's gonna be the third Friday in June, but we'll see when it is. Trivia night's gonna start coming to
The
the
cafe.
cafe.
Yes.
And trivia night, this first one is gonna be a Friends theme. Friends, the show.
Friends trivia.
Theme. Yeah, I'll be there for you theme. And
Yes.
so we'll come
That'll
down.
be really fun. You'll be able to pre-sell or pre-purchase like a table of you and your closest friends. So we'll be posting out details for that soon. But
Also not on our list of discussion today, but something we should say is in the cafe we're going to start doing a little cooperative vegetable garden. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
all have gardens going on.
vegetable stand.
Yeah, and we just ordered a stand that's going to be at the door when you enter and exit out of the cafe. And it's going to be a bring something, give something, take something, or just take something.
When you have surplus in your garden, which we already have members, Corky, bringing stuff in. So we wanted to create some places for you to leave your excess and then to take something that you need.
Yeah, or
Maybe you don't have anything that you want to take, just leave. Maybe you
just
want to
take
take
something.
but you don't have anything to leave, that's perfect too. It'll just be a fun little community outreach thing and we'll see how it goes. But I
we'll
like
see.
that idea.
We'll see how it goes, and it's
Yeah.
obviously seasonal that happens there. The other thing, so our featured update for the cafe now.
It's a big announcement.
It is a big announcement.
Big announcement
It
for
actually
us.
went on social media today, but it is we are
The
catering.
Coffee Box Catering.
Catering at the Coffee Box. So catering small business meetings, all the way up to social
Corporate
gathering or
gatherings, yeah.
social gatherings,
Yeah,
right?
any
Bridal
kind of social
showers.
gathering.
You want to have
Birthday
mimosas,
party.
birthday parties. You can reserve time in the loft, or maybe at a different section there, where we will take care of it all. So you can have we're saying up to 12 people right now, and if it had to get larger than that, we can consider that depending on the date. But we want to really give a quality experience, so we want to keep it small right now to what we feel we can manage well.
Correct.
But so if you're a business or book, like we have a book club in there right now.
Our first event's happening out there right now.
Doing stuff, they come in, they decide which catering option they want. At the start of their meeting, that option is set up already for them. So maybe it's pump pots and donuts, maybe it's
Box lunches
charcuterie
with
tray
mini
with
sandwiches.
wine,
Yep.
right? So maybe you want to do something later, and it's like charcuterie tray with wines out there, all that good stuff.
We have breakfast options, we have lunch options, and we have happy hour and evening options as well.
Yeah.
So, or we can customize your event based on what your needs are. So,
we're really excited about that. And bear with us. I mean, it's our first time doing it, and so we'll work out some kinks, I'm sure. But we're excited to do this because there's really nothing in the community that allows that, and people really love to come into the space.
Yes, so send us an email, give us a call if you're interested at all. Just comment below as well, and we will get you information.
Yeah, minimum 72 hours to get that stuff reserved for us. Challenge
Winner for the week.
for the week.
There's a ton of names in there, and actually, shout out to several of you who I see several times have names in here. So that means that you probably did it at least twice.
We're gonna drop this down. And
Connie Walker was our winner last week.
Yeah, Connie, you're in here too, but you can't win twice. Right. All right, you pick a name.
Okay, I
just shut them up.
I know, but I just looked with my eyeballs, and that's cheating. Okay, here we go. Michelle Farmer.
Michelle Farmer. Oh,
Good
I love
job,
that one for you,
Michelle.
Michelle. Michelle, I'm excited for you.
Okay.
You get that special shirt.
Yep.
For-
One of a
for
kind, or
yourself.
6 of a kind,
Six
I
of
should
a kind
say.
it'll be by the time the
So we'll
challenge
get
is
that
up.
on order.
And the last thing today is our
Birthdays.
Our birthdays.
Our birthdays
So,
this week.
who do
We
we
have
got?
a handful. So Shelby Simmons. Shelby is taking a break right now because she's about to have a baby soon. Happy birthday, Shelby. Kristen Bonebreak, Jeremy Gilchrist, and our very own Paige Mason turns
Paige.
15 on Monday.
Yeah.
So,
Lots of
yeah.
good stuff.
Happy
So,
birthday, everyone.
remember, come out, come get into the gym this week. Come
Yep.
work out. Remember, we have classes on the weekends. Remember, the cafe is open all the time. We'd love to see you guys, and we love seeing people. with
Mother's Day
energy.
this
Mother's
weekend.
Day is this weekend. There's a special gentleman in the cafe for mothers that we should have mentioned to you, but we didn't. But you could bring them in while supplies last. They can
Every
get
mom gets a rose.
Gets a rose.
So bring in your mom. We have specials on our mimosas, our king cider, our breakfast panini, and our avocado toast.
Yeah.
Bring mom down, buy her breakfast, get her a flower.
Get her
So
a flower.
fun.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend.